Come join us as we squeeze in one more camping trip before Thanksgiving. We're paying a visit to this charming little eccentric place in the middle of the woods, and it is such a fun experience. Very quirky, very up my alley. It's called Triple Creek RV Park. It's a picker's paradise. I thought they were referring to American pickers. Corey thinks it's referencing guitar pickers because they're into music here. We're going to pay a visit back to the Pickett House, see if we liked it as much as before. We're also going to step back in time at the Heritage Village and look at how they did it back in the pioneer days. And of course, we're going to shop till we drop in Woodville, Texas, visiting a thrift store and an antique shop. So kick back and let's get this party started. You will know you're getting ready to turn into Triple Creek RV Park when you pass the Christmas tree farm. One thing you want to make note of when you get here is this is a long stretch of road. It's close to 3 miles, I would say. When you pull in, it's kind of a little bit gravelly and bumpy, but then it clears up as you move further along. It is kind of a narrow space, not quite 2 lanes. So you want to take extra caution when you're trying to get by with your rig and you've got traffic coming towards you. Traffic may be an exaggeration. We only came across a couple of different vehicles while we were going down this long road, and everybody is so respectful and kind, making sure that they leave room for each other, going slow, waving as they drive by. It's just a slower pace of life over here. I don't know if this is a landmark or what, but it's a random old vintage Coke machine. Maybe that means you're halfway there. I have no idea. Really didn't know why the tractor was there either. Maybe this was to keep you from going straight if you're coming down the road and it's dark at night. Or maybe this is just a landmark to let you know that you're almost at the RV park. Triple Creek RV Park and Music Park is located in Woodville, Texas. It's about 36 acres, and it's a really cool, quirky place that's just right up my alley. Here we have the laundry room that is disguised as a post office because if you do go in, not only do they have washing machines and dryers, but they have a place to collect your mail. They also have a little book library with quite a few cozy mysteries. Over here you can get some propane. We arrived later in the evening, so I'm not sure if that was where you check in. There was a lovely lady who met us out on her golf cart when we pulled in. So I'm not quite sure what all these buildings are for, but here we have the little jam shack, which is super cool. They have potluck dinners. They were having one the night we arrived, but we got there kind of late and I didn't want to come empty-handed. They also have concerts here. They play gospel and bluegrass music as well as country. They also play bingo here, but sadly we didn't get to do it this time because of bad weather coming. We had to cut our trip short. Here's some old school gospel hymns.
On an old rugged cross, cruel and cold, there the greatest love story was written. Visualize with me, if you will, our Savior on that April.
This quaint little RV park is nestled in the piney woods of East Texas, and it's a part of the Big Thicket National Preserve. It's a very cute, charming community, and I think a lot of full-timers live here. If Corey was retired, we would definitely consider moving here full-time. It's that neat, and I love how tucked away it is, and how private it is, and just what a slow-paced lifestyle it is. And although this is a really neat place to go and disconnect, it is really cool to know that they have pretty good cell coverage and Wi-Fi, better than I've seen in a lot of other parks. Especially if you take into consideration you're out in the middle of nowhere. We didn't really get a chance to ask what some of these buildings were. I wasn't sure if they were someone's residence or if they were cabins that you could rent. Up here, I believe this is called the Hen House. And I glanced inside the windows. It looks like maybe just an area you can rent to maybe have a little reunion. We weren't sure if some of these were public restrooms or if people live there. We didn't want to go open the door, but it was a very cool place, and the host that showed us around was just so accommodating and made us feel so welcome. The sites are a little bit closer together than what I'm used to, but that's okay. I mean, like I said, most of these people probably all know each other and are full timers. We made sure to keep our pups contained in their little jail cell so they wouldn't just accidentally mosey into someone else's space. Quite a few people had dogs here, and they all seemed to be well behaved and get along with one another. After a little R&R, we decided to go explore Woodville. First stop is Pickett House. We've eaten here before, and I have done a video on this place. Stick around to the end and find out if I feel the same way about it, if I still love it, or if my opinion has changed. I will be sure to insert in the description box that video of our last time here at Picket House. I didn't do a whole lot of vlogging on this visit because we were seated at a table with another couple, and I just thought that'd be kind of weird and redundant since we were here before. After lunch, we went next door to the Heritage Village for their walking tour. It was $10 to get in. Some of these buildings are going to be closed, but you can still go peek inside. Heritage Village is a collection of buildings arranged as a pioneer town dated between the 1840s through the 1920s. And during special events, they will do reenactments of how they lived. There are a lot of artifacts here, and some of the buildings, they are replicas and some are the originals. First things first, I wanted to see some of these wild cats that they told us roamed the area, and that's the first thing I saw when I came in, so mission accomplished. This is the tool room. This is the back of the tool room. This is called the industrial area. This over here is a log utility shed. Here is a dentist office that I forgot to go into. Here's the lobby of an old hotel. You've got the old vintage luggage, and I was really impressed with the stained glass window over here. This is so beautiful. Then we have a piano over here in the corner. Now let's go in and check out the saloon. We've got a bartender who looks like he's had one too many cocktails himself. And we have an old phonograph right here. And you've got the pharmacy right here where they compound medications. So cool. Doctor's office. This looks like this would have been the waiting area and maybe the triage area. You have a scale over here. This must be, I guess, one of the rooms. Look at all these artifacts. Very cool. Let's go take a look at the sewing shop. Let's go check out the print shop. Next, we're going to go look at this garage shed that has a few different old-time buggies in it. Instead of playing a lot of annoying music for this B-roll footage of this heritage park, I thought I would have Corey, who's never seen this video footage, edit it blindly. I thought that would be something different. Now roll that beautiful bee footage.
Oh, here we go, folks. Looks like the barber shop Looks like a barber chair, maybe 2 chairs. There's a bathtub back there, a little wood burning stove. Oh, and here's the jail. Oh, Livy was going to the jail. How appropriate. And let's see what else we got over here. Oh, we got a hat on a rack. And it looks like we got an old, oh, and there is the bed in the jail. Poor sucker ends up in that jail is going to have a hard time sleeping tonight. Now, I remembered I had to pay the electric bill, so I stopped by the post office, send that off before they shut the electric off at home. And then coming up, you're going to see my home. So here's my home that the electric bill was due on. So I'm just going to check it out and let you see my furniture, where I sleep, where I eat, where my sweet thing sleeps, where she washes the dishes, and where we cook and eat. So I hope you enjoy the show. And that's about it. Not sure what keeps going on here. Well, that's a store or something there. There's a windmill. Oh, there's the house of God. What are you going to do at the house of God? Well, only worship the Lord.
Might be like a train station depot. It's kind of fun to guess without actually looking at the map they gave us.
Well, the map doesn't give us much either.
Now, here we are at the train station. Waiting for some folks to come by and buy some tickets for a 4 o'clock train to Chattanooga or wherever it ends up going. Look, there's some luggage there. Oh, here's a schoolhouse. Not too many youngins in this community. They don't have very many desks. That's K through probably university in that school.
And I see the dunce cap over there.
Oh, yeah, there's the dunce cap.
I bet you wore that once or twice. Now we're going to take a look at an old school mercantile, or mercantile, however you say it. This reminds me of the Waltons and Ike's Grocery, where he had a little bit of everything. He had food, he had linens, clothes, gifts. It's like a 5 and dime back in the day. They have lots of picnic tables if you wanted to just spend the day there and bring a sack lunch or something. Over here we have a hayloft, but I was getting tired, so we decided to just roam through the gift shop. Oh, Betty Boop. And Strawberry Shortcake and the Pillsbury Doughboy. And Annie. Raggedy Ann. Oh my gosh. Whenever we visit a small town, we like to pay a trip or two to a couple of local shops. And we are going to Dixie's Vintage Vogue, which is an antique store. Let's go check it out. I ended up buying this Afghan and this blinged out pumpkin artwork. After we left the antique store, we went to a thrift shop called Christine's Place. They were having a special today where you could fill a bag for $1, and they had a lot of great deals on DVDs. I think they were like 25 cents each. They had records, they had some vintage dishes, a lot of cool clothes. So we had to cut our trip short because of a storm passing through, and we were worried that that long road that we had to travel to get to the park might get washed out. So what did you think of the place?
I really like the place. The potluck thing every Saturday night's kind of cool. The live music was really good. Enjoyed it. You know, there's a real sense of community there. I think the dirt roads there on purpose, to be honest with you. Just not a whole lot of traffic in and out of there.
And the road is called Private Road, isn't it?
Yeah,
right. So
road number
nobody
something.
can accidentally drive down that road unless they're supposed to be there.
Yeah. So I mean, it looks like the community looks out for themselves, and they're real friendly. The cell coverage is really good out there in the middle of nowhere. So I guess they have a tower up there somewhere. I didn't see it, but yeah, full hookups. You know, it's not too bad going into town. If you go like once a day, I mean, the road doesn't seem that intimidating when you travel it 2 or 3 times.
and they really make you feel welcome there. If you're looking for a park that has a pool or pickleball or that kind of entertainment, this place might not be for you. But if you're just looking to relax, disconnect, have some camaraderie with your neighbors, then this is definitely a place for you. What did you think of the Picket House?
It's okay. It was way better than last time. I think the sides were better this time, but the chicken, just about the same to me. I know Kelly didn't like it as much.
I wasn't as big of a fan this time, and I can definitely see why the reviews are mixed. If you go look it up online, you'll hear people raving about how great it is, and then you will also see people say it was the worst experience they've ever had. I think I got a taste of both of those scenarios. We loved it the first time, and I will insert a video down below in the description box. I purposely didn't eat breakfast because we were going to be the first ones there when they opened, and we got there and they were already rationing the chicken. I think they brought us a small plate that had maybe 4 pieces, and the chicken has gotten a lot smaller too. When we asked for the next round of chicken, they told us that there was going to be a 10-minute wait, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're really hungry and you felt like the couple of measly pieces you had was a tease, I just wasn't impressed. And I think we waited a lot more than 10 minutes. We had to wait every time we wanted a side refill. The girl asked us if we needed anything else, and we said yes. Can we get more sides? And then she didn't bring it out, and another 10 minutes go by and she comes back again saying, do you need anything else? And I said, yes, I'd like to get the sides that we asked you to bring out before. And then she kind of just got an attitude with me when she brought the sides and kind of slammed them down. I told her thank you, and she just stormed off. She came back out with the next round of chicken. She brought like literally 3 pieces out on round 2 and said, I can only bring out a few pieces at a time. So I took one of the breasts of chicken, and it was so rubbery. I took a bite and I had to spit it out, and then I got him to eat it because he'll eat anything. And he's just a good compass on what's good and what's not. And even you thought it was gross,
yeah,
right?
It was tough. But
the sides, they have good flavor, the lima beans, the greens, but they bring it out room temperature. So that just kind of makes me think, or it's like maybe lukewarm, not room temperature. Just makes me think, did they just have it sitting there under a heat lamp, or I don't know. It's just not very hot. The portions are getting smaller. It makes us sound very gluttonous, doesn't it? But if you could just see the portions, they're so small. I think that's probably all part of their marketing plan, if I'm being honest, to kind of get your stomach a chance to catch up with your brain, that you're not as hungry as you thought you once were, or you just get frustrated from waiting so long in between rounds that you just give up and say, never mind, I'm ready to go. Did you go back?
No.
I guess if I'm not going back, you're not going back either. But it looks like there's other good places in the area we want to try, like Bill's
Grill, I think.
Bill's Grill.
Like it was pretty good and always busy.
Yeah, so we'll try that next time. What about the Heritage Museum? What did you think of that?
It was neat, yeah. All those old buildings and stuff are pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I could see myself staying there all day, to be honest. And they have picnic tables, so if you wanted to bring yourself a little lunch and hang out. Kind of reminded me of a little miniature Cades Cove in Townsend, Tennessee. We hope that y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.